Dear Bharathraj ji, please.
Thank you. Good evening, friends. Welcome to 46th event of Sambhashane. Today's topic being very interesting, and though it is very common, but very, very interesting, because subject is very common, but the speaker is very uncommon, a distinguished speaker who is going to tell about the snakes from science perspective. As a layman, we know snakes as a reptile with an elongated body and forked tongue and no eyelids, no ears, and a spiral movement, no locomotive organs. So all these from zoological, because I was a student of zoology up to PUC. So with that little memory and knowledge, I explained the anatomy or this thing of snakes. But the snakes are called as cold-blooded animal because of their venom. I think some cricket people are also called cold-blooded, representing venomous snake. So that is the usual reference we make about cold-bloodedness of the snake in our day-to-day life. And it is very fascinating subject. Snakes are very fascinating because, friends, we have been seeing snakes from our childhood and hearing stories, both mythological and the snakes take us to world of fantasy.
Yes,
Snakes are fascinating because of their revengeful anger, what we call in Kannada, Sarpamatsara. So people say even after even it keeps, it's this thing for 12 years, vengeance and take revenge. So that is called Sarpamatsara. Whether it is scientifically true or not, we don't know. But it has been in our day-to-day life as a belief. And next is, snakes are considered to be omens, both bad and good. That is how we perform Nagara Panchami. So we worship snake and we pour milk on the sculpture of a snake. What made Basavanna to observe? Kalla Nagara Kandere, Ala Nerevaraya, Dittada Nagara Kandere, Kollembaraya. So snake is considered both as a good omen, as a bad omen. And in our stories and mythology, we have been seeing snakes as a protector of treasure. For example, recent examples are Ananta Padmanabha Swami Temple of Kerala,
Lakkundi,
and very recently in Lakkundi, where a small treasure was unearthed and excavation is going on. So coincidentally, a living snake also appeared, and a snake sculpture with a three-headed sculpture was also found. So that also added so much color to the Lakkundi excavation. So these are all the fascinating things about the snakes. And in our ancient Hindu mythology also, there are a lot of references about snakes. For example, we have a concept like Nagaloka. The snakes are having their own world, and some Vasuki or Takshaka are their kings. And in Jain literature also, there is a lot of references to Nagas. So in Hindu mythology, again coming to the concept of Adishesha, 1,000 wooded snake holding the whole earth on its wood, and Lord Vishnu he is sleeping over the coils of Adishesha. Then comes this Vasuki. ಇದನ್ನ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ಸಮುದ್ರ ಮಂಥನದ ಒಂದು ಕತೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಪುರಾಣದಲ್ಲಿ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ವಾಸುಕಿನ ಹಗ್ಗವಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಮೇರು ಪರ್ವತವನ್ನ ಕಡುಗೋಲಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಸಮುದ್ರ ಮಂಥನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ರಾಕ್ಷಸರು ಮತ್ತೆ ದೇವತೆಗಳು ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಮೃತಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ವಾಸುಕಿನ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸ್ಕೊಂತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಹಾವಿನಗಳ ಸರ್ಪದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಮಹತ್ವದ ಅಂಶ ನಮ್ಮ ಪುರಾಣದಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗೇನೇನೆ ಇನ್ನ ಭಾಗವತಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಕಾಳಿಂಗ, ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಕಾಳಿಂಗ ಮರ್ದನ ಮಾಡಿ ಕಾಳಿಂಗನಿಂದ ಜನರನ್ನ ರಕ್ಷಿಸಿದ ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ಕತೆ ಕೂಡ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಭಾಗವತದಲ್ಲಿ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ತಕ್ಷಕ, ಮಹಾಭಾರತದಲ್ಲಿ ಜನಮೇಜಯನಿಗೆ ತಕ್ಷಕನಿಂದ ಸಾವು ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಹೀಗೆ ಹಾವಿಂದು, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಈಶ್ವರನ ಸರ್ಪಭೂಷಣ, ನಮ್ಮ ಈಶ್ವರ ಸರ್ಪಭೂಷಣ, ಈ ಅಡಾರೆನ್ಸ್ ವಿತ್ ಸ್ನೇಕ್. So so many references our Hindu mythology. So Greek Purana kuda inde biddilla. Greek mythology is also not exceptional for this concept of snakes in its mythology. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೆಡುಸಾ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಒಂದು ರಾಕ್ಷಸ ಮಹಿಳೆ ಬರ್ತಾಳೆ. ಅವ್ರು 3 ಜನ ಅಕ್ಕಂಗಿಯರಲ್ಲಿ ಅವಳು ಕೊನೆಯವಳು ಮೆಡುಸಾ. ಅವಳ ಕೂದಲೇ ಹಾವಿನ ತರ ಇರುತ್ತಂತೆ. ಅವಳು ಕಣ್ಣಲ್ಲಿ ಕಣ್ಣಿಟ್ಟು ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅವರು ಕಲ್ಲಾಗಿ ಬಿಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರಂತೆ. ಅಂತ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಅದು ಮೆಡುಸಾ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಇನ್ನ ಗ್ರೀಕ್ ಮೈಥಾಲಜಿ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಆಸ್ಕ್ಲೆಪಿಯಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಗಾಡೆಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೆಡಿಸಿನ್. ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನ ಈಗಲೂ ಕೂಡ ನಮ್ಮ ಮೆಡಿಸಿನ್ ಸಿಂಬಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಒಂದು ಕೋಲಿಗೆ ಹಾವು ಸುತ್ತಕೊಂಡಿರೋದು, ಎ ಸ್ಟಾಫ್ coiled with a snake, that is the symbol of medicine. Even today our health department or medical departments, they are showing that symbol. So that is rod of Asclepius anta. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಹೈಡ್ರಾ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಗ್ರೀಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಅದು ಮಲ್ಟಿ ಹೆಡೆಡ್ ಸರ್ಪೆಂಟ್. ಅದನ್ನ ಹೆರಾಕಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಹೀರೋ ಅದನ್ನ ಅದ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ಹೋರಾಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಅದ್ರದ್ದು ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ತಲೆ ಕಡಿದ್ರೆ 2 ತಲೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಗ್ರೀಕ್ ಮೈಥಾಲಜಿಯಲ್ಲೂ ಇದೆ ಸ್ನೇಕ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ. ಸೊ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅವರು ಗ್ರೀಕ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಸಿಂಬಲ್ ಆಫ್ ವಿಸ್ಡಮ್ ಅಂಡ್ ರೀಬರ್ತ್ ಅಂತ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರಂತೆ ಗ್ರೀಕ್ ಮೈಥಾಲಜಿಯಲ್ಲಿ. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ಸ್ನೇಕ್ಸ್ ಶೆಡ್ಸ್ ದೇರ್ ಸ್ಕಿನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಗೆಟ್ಸ್ ನ್ಯೂ ಸ್ಕಿನ್. ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನ ಅವರು ರೀಬರ್ತ್ ಅನ್ನೋ ಸಿಂಬಾಲಿಕ್ ಆಗಿ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಏನೋ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಹಾಗೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಈಗ ಸ್ನೇಕ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಜನರಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಏನಿದೆ ಒಂದು ಇದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ನಿಯರ್ಲಿ 1/3 ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಸ್ನೇಕ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಪಾಯ್ಸನಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ 2/3 ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಸ್ನೇಕ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ನಾನ್ ಪಾಯ್ಸನಸ್. ವೆನಮಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ನಾನ್ ವೆನಮಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. But surprisingly, we have been seeing only cobras all around. From our childhood, we are seeing only cobras. So we rarely see non-venomous snakes, maybe in the fields and other things. But in our day-to-day life, we have been seeing only cobras. So 2/3 of the snakes are non-venomous, which are helpful to our farmer, because these snakes, they live on prey like rodents, rats and squirrels and frogs and birds. So they help our farmers in protecting his crop from these harmful creatures. And snakes are scientifically or commercially used in form of their venom in medicine. So it is anti-venom drugs and for medicine for our blood pressure. They are used, and their skin are used for vanity articles like belts, purse, and other things. Because we have visited during our training period in Chennai, we visited Gindi, the snake park, where it was they showed us how the venom is extracted from the snakes and how it is preserved, and all those things we have seen. So snakes are really helpful to our environment. They are maintaining the balance, eco balance. So that is how snakes are to be protected. And our today's speaker, Shishupal sir, has rescued 797 snakes in his lifetime. So whoever can be the better speaker on this subject today. So now I will come to the distinguished speaker, Shishupal sir. Shishupal sir is a distinguished academician, accomplished researcher, inspiring teacher, and a passionate science communicator. Dr. Shishupal sir earned his MSc, MPhil, PhD from Mysore University. He is a professor, Department of Microbiology, Davangere University. His research acumen was recognized through award of the University Postgraduate Research Fellowship, followed by the highly competitive Senior Research Fellowships from CSIR and ICIR New Delhi. Dr. Shishupal sir secured first prize for best research paper from the Society of Biological Chemists India in 1991. Dr. Shishupal sir has won many laurels for his research and contribution to biotechnology and agriculture science. His academic accomplishments and achievements are too wide and vast to make a mention of it here due to paucity of time. So Dr. Shishupala sir, as a policy contributor and academic leader, he has been associated with the committee for the purpose of control and supervisors of experiments on animals, that is CPC, SEA, Ministry of Environment and Forests, Government of India. Dr. Shishupala sir, as an educator and academic administrator, he has held key positions including Dean, Faculty of Science and Technology, Davangere University from 2014 to 16. He has authored 44 research publications, 15 books and book chapters, 126 popular science articles, 184 invited talks, and participated in 195 conferences. Dr. Shishupal's dedication to field of knowledge has earned him Sadhana Puraskara for Best Science Faculty, the Lifetime Achievement Award from the Indian Association of Applied Microbiologists, and the prestigious Dr. H. Narasimhaya Award for promoting science through Kannada writings. He is an established birder, having identified 320 birds, including migratory birds in Karnataka, and snake rescuer, having rescued, as I've already told, 797 snakes. Sir is having one usual hobby, gardening, and one unusual hobby and a conspicuous hobby, that is mono acting. Sir, we want to see that part of your personality in some other time. And one more heartening thing here is Dr. Shishupal sir is a classmate of our President Narayan Swami sir and his wife Parvati Madam. That is most heartening to us. So he is not a stranger to us. So he is related to our family, Samprabha family. So RT, welcome to you, sir. And I hand over
President,
the
Bharathraj,
stage.
our president is in the airport. He is
Yes,
not able
yes.
to speak. On behalf of him, I welcome him, our Shishupal ji, and I request him to take it further. It's all time belongs to you, sir. Now you can take.
Yes, yes.
Thank you to my team and Narayan Swami for having me here. And when Kodandram sir contacted me in the last month, I was busy, and today the time has come. Thanks for the whole team for providing me an opportunity. And I was surprised to note Bharathraj sir has already summarized what I was supposed to tell. So, of course, with the background what I have, I will be sharing some of the aspects, and I welcome all of you to my presentation. Straight away I will go, and if you have any doubts, you can put it in chat box, or as Kodandram sir said, you can also ask in the later stages. I request most of you to mute your audio
Yes, Secretary, please mute yourself.
so that you can hear me well. So welcome all of you to this presentation. And I am here, though I am a microbiologist by profession. My hobbies are encountered birds and snakes, and I have got the past 30 years of experience in handling snakes. So that made me to choose this topic when Kodandram sir approached me. And I have got first-hand experience of a snake bite. So that added up to the flavor required for this presentation. So this I have taken considering the audience, a general group of various background, and I will be able to share some of the things which I have in store. So the topic, as I mentioned earlier, snakes and science. I will be dealing with the different types of snakes and the scientific background about it, because as in the introduction it was told, snakes are a highly fascinating group of animals and got evolved after from when animals got from water to land, or amphibians. Next to amphibians or the snakes, they are the one which got acclimatized to the terrestrial life during the process of evolution. So I'll be discussing some of them. Before I start, I would like to touch upon an important aspect. What is science? It is a systematic, organized knowledge. based on experiments and observations. But in case of whatever I present here, the facts about the snakes is only based on observation, because not many experiments being done on snakes for various reasons. Even we wanted to do some experiments, but wildlife research itself is a difficult task with permissions, license, and things like that. And most of the observations have been documented. I have made use for my presentation. And one of the important requirement for snakes to know about or to handle about is the temperament, scientific temperament, that is a person's nature. So having said that, whenever I went for handling a snake, I was very much aware of the dangers involved. So I don't have any Garuda Rekhe or other powers. I just had a temper which permitted me to handle, that is dareness. Ket dhairya antarala adittu. Hagagi I started handling the snakes. So as in the introductory part itself is told, the snakes have fascinated everyone. Since time immemorial, it is there in our mythology, it is there in our culture, tradition, and even today in movies and others, their snakes have been a special character. We have been seeing many animals, starting from ants to birds, snakes, frogs, mammals like elephant or tiger. But snakes have fascinated everyone, particularly Indians. We have given them the position of a god. Though we are afraid of them, we would, most of us, kill them whenever we sight. But in spite of that, we have given a godly position for snakes. So as you can see here, the Lord Vishnu is sleeping over the bed made of a snake. Kalinga Mardana is another mythological interesting component of our Krishna's Leela. Then Naga Devata. Every corner of India, and as the introductory remarks was told, even in many other countries, the different curiosity and culture made snakes to be worshipped. So we have starting from Kerala to Tamil Nadu to Karnataka up to Jammu, we have snakes being worshipped differently. And it is also being told, or in every serials, movies, the snakes have been shown in various proportions. And snakes are being worshipped. Idu hutta, gedlu kattiro hutta, where generally the snake finds a hide to stay. And this termite hound is wonderfully made, an air conditioned room, ideal for the snakes to dwell in and keep themselves safe. But people, Nagara Panchami, or they go and make pujas, and in most of the temples you have Naga Kallu, and in particularly South Kendra, the snakes are being treated very well as a god. Ashlesha Puje, Nagabali, or Kukke Subramanya, people go and make Naga Samskara and things like that. It has entered into our tradition, culture. You can see here pots having snake components there. They have entered into movies, Nagina, every component. Because of the curiosity driven society, we always keep guessing. And as rightly pointed out in Lakundi, the snake would have been there. Nobody were touching earlier, but when the excavation started, they were hiding and they came out, and people started telling that Nidhi kaita ide anta. So there are a lot of misconceptions about snakes, and lot of truth also available with respect to many other aspects of snakes. So here you can see Havadiga. Now Sannor iruwagella ರಸ್ತೆ ಸೈಡಲ್ಲಿ ಬೀದಿ ಬದಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ತರ ಹಾವಾಡಿಗರು ಬಂದು ಆಟ ಆಡಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. And you may wonder how this boy is holding the snake. So first of all, we will never know whether it is a poisonous one or non venomous or non-venomous. The second, if it is venomous, they would have removed the fang or tied the mouth. ಬಾಯಿಗೆ ಹೊಲಿಗೆ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ. So it will not be in a position to bite. So the child seeing the snakes since his childhood, he will develop no fear about the snakes. But for others, we feel, oh, something great with them. So people are there to show that they are great. Actually, this is a non-venomous snake. The person has made it to enter through the nostril and come out of the mouth. But if you say non-venomous, has shown a cobra through the nostril coming out. So these things make them show that they are great, they are unique, they are different from all others. As you can see here, in Thailand, there is a show called Snake Show, and this is Kissing the King Cobra show. So king cobras are being domesticated there, and this person plays with the king cobra and tries to kiss. And this is one of the shows like our earlier circus. And one of the famous thing which is still carried upon the misconception is Nagamani. Nagamani, they say that it is there on the head of a snake. The snake comes out to find the food and keeps the Nagamani there and searches for. And this Nagamani is being sold. Where do they get it? There is nothing like, if you really see, there is nothing like Nagamani available. The snakes doesn't produce any such material. It is only some other pearl or being sold as Nagamani in order to fetch more money. So it is a misconception. There is nothing like a Nagamani, scientifically proven. Hutta, termites ಗೆದ್ಲು ಹುತ್ತ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಹಾವು ಅದರೊಳಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಸೇರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇದಕ್ಕೂ ಹಾವಿಗೂ ಸಂಬಂಧ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಹುತ್ತದಲ್ಲೂ ಹಾವು ಇರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಯಾವಾಗಾದ್ರೂ ಇರಬಹುದು. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ನೀಡ್ಸ್ ಎ ಹೈಡಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ and it would have entered. And there are photoshopped versions of the snakes having 7 or 5 or many heads. There are no such snakes available. Multiple heads are not at all possible in reality. So a lot of snakes have been studied. There is no multiple headed snakes found anywhere. And these are all photoshopped ones, and they say that it has been found in Kukke Subramanya or in that forest, this forest, through a misconceptions sent through social media. This was told in the social media as found in Kukke Subramanya. If you carefully see, the same one single head has been pasted on to make it as 5. No such snakes, multi-headed snakes are not there. Occasionally, extremely rarely, you may find this one. This is a real one, though 2 heads are there. This is a Siamese twins. So during the embryonic development, 2 embryos have joined together, and from a single egg, this snake has been born, a Siamese twins, which is extremely rare. Otherwise, there are no multiple headed snakes. And though I will touch upon snakes later, snakes are being considered as prey for many animals. As you can see here, one single snake is facing many mongoose. Mongoose, the snakes are the food. For eagles, kites, the snakes are the food. So they become prey. That's why they have ecologically very important. They can act as a prey. They can also act as a predator because they are non-vegetarian. They eat frogs, rodents, and birds, eggs of other and sometimes mammals also being swallowed. So, and hence the snakes are having a unique position in the food chain, acting both as prey as well as predator. So this is one of the Tamil Nadu video where the mongoose and cobra fight has been photographed, videoed, made. So this is being told even in real snake charmers that they will allow the fight, but generally they don't allow. This is a naturally occurring thing made by a video, and it is available in the Animal Planet. So cobra is trying to defend against the mongoose. Mongoose is something remarkable animal. It knows safe distance to be maintained.
At first glance, this curious mammal
And
doesn't look like much competition for a
attacking the snake for the food.
but the Indian gray mongoose
And there is a misconception that
and its
mongoose are immune to snake venom. It is not true. They don't allow the snake to bite because of the thick fur. When the snake bites, reflexes are there. The mongoose goes back and later attacks.
and on the hunt.
And even if you drink the venom, nothing will happen as long as it goes to the digestive system. I will touch upon that aspect little later. As you can see, the fight, the safe distance is maintained by the mongoose away from the cobra, and then once it attacks and takes the meal. That is an interesting prey-predator relationship in nature. The other eagles and kites also dominate in catching the sky. They will be able to an effort of getting into the ground, catching the snake and eating them. So predation. Human beings have never left behind as far as predating the snakes are concerned. As you can see here, this is an African tribe. A person has gone into the crevices there. The other person is looking what he is making. He has got his own torch, the flame, and he finds a snake there, a cobra, python. And he catch hold of the python inside the cave, and the other person is pulling him down. He comes out with a big snake. The snake is so big that 3 people are getting to carry, and it will become food for the whole family. When I say food, some Indians, particularly in Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, few parts of Karnataka, eat snakes. And in China, I always wonder. These are the fresh snakes are taken out. The blood is removed into a glass and fresh blood is being given. So there are people to drink the fresh blood collected from the snake. It's really a horrible scene, but the people have different fancies like this of eating the snake. And here girls are enjoying the snake dishes, Chinese girls. And in Thailand, Indonesia, the snakes are being sold in the open market like we sell sheep and chicks. So the skin is removed, the meat is sold. You can have heaps of meat being sold in Thailand. And the skin, the skin trade is illegal, but it is continued to have, and the skin is being sold in order to make bags, the belts, shoes. So one such information, a chocolate brown python shoulder bag costed 1,260 pounds, sold within 48 hours. Python shoes, boots, belts, jackets and skirts are being fashioned from the snake skin. Designers say it is wonderful to work with. So Indonesia, the largest exporter of the python skin. That means to say, for human fashion, snakes are being killed. So there are predators, There are human beings are using snakes for food. The skins are being exploited for their fashion. And interestingly, in Thailand and other places, the snake whiskey wine are available. The regular whiskey or wine is taken in a bottle and the snakes are being immersed there. It is nothing to do with the snakes, but it is the snake wine or whiskey is being sold for an higher price, saying that this will have the effect on your performance, sexual performance. So such bottles are available in Thailand market, Indonesian market, where snakes are being immersed in the wine. What exactly this King Cobra snake wine? It's a unique liquor, similar in taste like any other alcoholic beverage. It is fermented in a clay pot, a regular fermented drink only. But after the drink is made, the cobras or other snakes are being dipped in. Nothing to do with, but they say that they market say that it has got medicinal value and it is can increase your libido. But it is extremely important, irrespective of such cultural knowledge and other things. It is important to remember the significance of snakes in our ecosystem. They are the natural pest control. They are the one which kills the rodents maximum. You know, if uncontrolled, the rats will eat away all your agricultural production. So they are natural pest control and agricultural guardians. And they are specialized hunters because rodents go into the crevices. Snakes are the only animals which can easily follow into the crevices and catch hold of a rat or eat the rat. Because of the presence of snakes, the rodent population is in control. Otherwise, we would have lost more than 50% of our agricultural produce. Every country would have become poor in terms of agricultural production in absence of snakes. That suffice. Otherwise, you need to use a lot of pesticides like rodenticides, which will be contaminating the environment. So snakes are extremely important in maintaining ecological balance and protecting our food crops. They prevent, by eating the rodents, they prevent rodent-borne diseases like Lyme disease. There are a lot of diseases carried through the rodents which can be prevented naturally used by snakes. And they are important component of the food chain. I did mention they are prey for many other animals like mongoose, honey badger, eagle, kite, and so on. And they are predators for rodents, frogs, insects, birds. And present, they are environmental indicators. They are present very finely in an environment most suitable for most of the organisms to live. Why we have a tiger project? If tiger can live, it maintains the total forest required. So presence of snakes itself is an indicator of the good ecosystem around. But direct benefits for human through science is available. As it was mentioned, venom is being used to develop life-saving medicines, particularly for high blood pressure, heart attacks, and including cancer. I will discuss little later. So snakes are also being exploited biotechnologically. Products are already in market based on snake venom. One of the misconceptions about related to snake is this: chickenpox is a viral disease which most of the children get when they go to a school, come in contact with a infected person, children, they get. The chickenpox is a viral disease. It results in rashes on the surface of the skin, and as 10 to 15 days, these rashes gets dried up and the scales gets liberated into the air. The other child inhaling those scales, carrying the virus particle, gets infected by chickenpox virus. This is generally self-limiting, and ಬೇವಿನೆಲೆ ರಸ ಅದು ಇದು ಎಲ್ಲ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ಸಿಂಪ್ಟಮ್ಸ್ ಚರ್ಮ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕ್ಲೀನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. You will become fine after 15 days. Mariammange, Mosarana Kododu, a lot of things are associated with this chickenpox. But the interesting part about this virus, chickenpox coming to children, stays in your body. Only the symptoms go off. Virus will be there in your body as long as your immune system is fine. The virus stays for 20 years, 30 years without doing anything. When your immune system is in trouble, or you are advised to take immunosuppressive drugs like steroids. So whenever your immunity comes down, the same virus expresses as herpes zoster, sarpa suttu, sarpa hunnu. This is nothing to do with the sarpa. It is a viral disease. Chickenpox in the children, sarpa suttu in adults, herpes zoster in adults. Then why it is called associated with the sarpa? Because the way the expression of herpes zoster is in coiling form, the skin rashes appear in the coiling form, and they say that you have done something sin. That's why sarpasuttu has come. The other misbelief, which is a dangerous one, is that ನೀನು ಹೋಗಿ ನಾಗನ್ ಕಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಪೂಜೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅಥವಾ ಕುಕ್ಕೆ ಸುಬ್ರಹ್ಮಣ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಖರ್ಚು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ your disease will go. But it is not really true. And one more misbelief is that ಗರುಡನ ಅಚ್ಚೆ ಟ್ಯಾಟೂ ಹೊಯಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ ಇದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ, ಈ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಗರುಡನ ಅಚ್ಚೆ ಹೊಯಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಸರ್ಪ ನಿಲ್ಲತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ, which is also not true in this case because it is a viral disease. An effective drug called acyclovir is available, and doctor will decide the dosage. If you take for 5 days, this will go off. I myself had this experience because I do suppress my immune system by taking steroids for an allergic reaction, and I did express this. So this is nothing to do with sarpa. Sarpa suttu, sarpa hunnu is only a misnomer for the expression of viral disease, herpes zoster. So effective drug is available. Acyclovir, if you antiviral drug, it will take care of this infection. So let us see what are the snakes available. In India, approximately 270 species have been identified. Most of them are non-venomous. Few are mildly venomous. Mildly venomous, for a bird or a frog, it may be venomous. For human being, it is mildly venomous. And in India, only 4 snakes to be considered serious or deadly because of human intervention. Every year, it is an estimate that 65,000 people get killed because of the snake bite.
Okay.
Yes, because of the snake bite. Many of the snake bites may not be fatal, but people, because of so many misconceptions, the person bitten by snake will be very anxious, and his blood circulation, non-venomous bite, nothing will happen, but because of his stress, the people may get killed. But 65,000 is the number, estimated number, but there may be little more also. But what is happening, this is when you compare for the accidents happening or other diseases happening, the snake bite cases are very minimum. So in India, 4 snakes have been considered as dangerous to human beings because of their potent venom. Those 4 are referred as big 4. Big 4, Indian cobra, the Nagarahavu, common crate, Kattahavu, Russell's viper, Kolakamandala, saw-scaled viper, Garagasa mandala. So only these 4 are the important snakes as far as human death is concerned. So we need not have to be afraid of. So why we need not have to be afraid of? Because you will be able to see them. Exceptional cases in a agricultural field, it may be possible that you get bitten unknowingly. Otherwise, only these 4 are to be, one should be cautious in looking at these. Snakes are fascinating for some like me and terrifying for most like you. They do not see color, and many are nearsighted. One of the important aspect is they are nearsighted. So they will look for the movement of the prey or other things, but they will easily crawl through or go through the tree trunks, or even if you are sleeping, they may go on you. but they will definitely find the vibrations on the earth when you are walking or when you are tapping. The vibrations they can take, but the tree snakes, rat snakes, and king cobra have good vision relatively. So first I'll just show you some common snakes in and around which you may not see at all, because you will never be curious to see the snake. The term snake itself will make you go away. Look at this. It exactly looks like a earthworm. That's why the name worm snake. Then how do you differentiate earthworm from this snake? This is a non-venomous snake found in soils, eats insects and small creatures, ants and other. And this will exactly look like a earthworm, only the movement is like a snake. So you will be able to make out it is not an earthworm. Earthworms are very sluggish. This is very fast and moves like a snake. There are other worm snakes like this Brahmini worm snake. Then this one, Stochological worm snakes. There are few different snakes looking like a worm snake, non-venomous. Beaked worm snake. And this one is shield tail. A rat snake, kere havu. Checkered keelback. This one is a ನೀರು ಹಾವು ಅಥವಾ ಸೌತ್ ಕೆನರಾ ಕಡೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ನೀರು ಹಾವು, ನಾನ್ ವೆನಮಸ್. ಹಸಿರು ಹಾವು, common wine snake. The different patterns you may get of common wine snake. This one is green keelback. I am holding. This was found in our campus and it is so mild. You can keep it as pet, but keeping snakes as pet in India is illegal. But in other countries, they do keep python and other as pet. There are different versions of the snake, the green keelback. Then common trinket snake, the common wolf snake, todad havu ant karitare. This is easily confused with the crate. This is wolf snake, non-poisonous. The other wolf snakes. Then bronze backed tree snake, very fast. This was found in our campus and found in Karnataka, very common, a tree snake. So generally keeps itself in tree. Sand boa, mannu mukka anta karitare. ಇದನ್ನ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಿ ಹಾವು ಅಂತ ಕರೆದು ಕೆಲವರು ಮಾರ್ತಾರೆ. ಇದನ್ನ ಇದು ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. ತಗೊಂಡವನಿಗೆ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಿ ಬರುತ್ತೋ ಇಲ್ಲೋ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಮಾರ್ದವನಿಗಂತೂ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. 1 ಲಕ್ಷ 2 ಲಕ್ಷಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾರ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಪೇಪರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದೀನಿ ನಾನು. It is also being told as two-headed snake. No, there is no two head here. The tail part is blunt. That's why it looks like a two heads. As you can see here, in the left hand side top, you can see 2 eyes there that will be absent in the tail portion. And this I had in my campus, and the base of this is in your right side. The base looks like a pearl, a very nice, beautiful looking snake. Then there are many sand boas, mannu mukka, looks like python, but they are all non-venomous. This is another. The lower side looks like this, banded kukri or common kukri. So all these are non-venomous. All these are found. In Davangere, I have found 18 different snakes in and around. And this is rock python. Those who are not having venom, they have a physical power. They are considered as constrictor. They hold the prey in such a way that they will be able to engulf. Trinket snake, avarna havu ant karitivi. The cat snake, Indian cat snake, banded kukri. So many different varieties are there. Most of them are found in India. I have taken from Snakes of India website and from books. So occasionally you may have an albino. Albino having not melanin pigment is not synthesized properly. A python. And look at the ornate flying snake. As you can see here, the perfect flowers on the snake skin. So such a beautiful snake being seen around. you see the base portion and the top portion. On the right hand side, the top, how the snake looks, same layer snake is so colorful in the base. So, so far what I have shown are non-venomous snakes. To venomous snake, this is
One
spectacled
second, sir.
cobra.
There is some audio disturbance. Kindly mute yourself. Please. Rajnikant, mute your system. Rajnikant, mute your system. Rajnikant. Sir, please continue. Sorry for the inconvenience.
Okay, sir. So far what I have shown are non-venomous. Now I am showing you some of the venomous snakes. One of the common venomous snakes.
Rajnikant,
ನಾನು ಮೀನಾ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್
using
ಕನ್ನಡ
the name
ಅದನ್ನ ಹಿಂದಿಲಿ
Rajnikant?
ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಹೆಂಗಿತ್ತು ಅಂತೇಳಿ
Rajnikant avre, switch off ಮಾಡಿ. Technical team, take care of this gentleman. Remove him. Sir, please continue.
Okay. One of the common snakes is the cobra. The cobra found in South India is called spectacled cobra because of this mark. On the hood, there is a spectacle marking. There will be variations in the marking, some birth defects, but in general, this is the marking found. This was the 100th snake which I have handled. In northeast, Assam, Manipur and other, there is a single marking on the hood. This is called monocled cobra. Spectacled cobra, monocled cobra. Spectacled cobra is found in South India. Northeast has got monocled cobra. And as I mentioned, markings may differ. This picture was taken from Snake Sham, one of my friends in Mysore, who is done extraordinary job of handling thousands of snakes and rescuing them. And they are very good. Then there is a spitting cobra, not in India, but in Africa. The spitting cobra is capable of spitting the venom for the prey and make it blind and then swallow. There is a biggest venomous snake is the king cobra, found in Western Ghats and Northeast as well as in Indonesia. And now the Gauri Shankar, Dr. Gauri Shankar of Kalingar Center for Rainforest Ecology, KCRE, has found the DNA studied and made the king cobra found in Western Ghat as Ophiofagus kalinga. 4 species have been identified, found in the world. Earlier, all of them were put under the same species. Technically, now the one which is found in Western Ghat is called Ophiofagus kalinga zoologically. Ophiofagus means snake eater. The king cobra relish on other snakes as food. Russell's viper, Kolakmandala. This was found in one of the rice mills here in Davangere. As you can see, people just get confused with the python, but the markings are different. You can see the diamond-shaped marks on the body. One of the huge snake which I got first time. In fact, when I handled this, I was really cautious because first time handling. This is one of the fast snakes in terms of biting, and it has got a good amount of venom. So it coils around and pushes the head to hit you. So when I handled this in a rice mill and later released where I felt good place for the snake to live, it relishes rodents and frogs. So one of the important venomous snakes found in India, and most of the deaths are due to this snake in India, not cobra, this one. This is a saw-scaled viper. This is just less than 1 feet, but extraordinary venomous and considered among one of the big fours in India. And this again in our campus and also in my residential area, I got this. There are different vipers, particularly in northeastern states, the Assam, Manipur and other. The green Pope's viper. Look at the different types of vipers. This is hump-nosed viper found in Karnataka. This was taken in Bisle forest. One of my friend, Dr. Sharath, was able to handle this. So I got a picture from him. And these are different vipers. Most of the vipers are poisonous, venomous. And this one is the crate, cut how, one of the big fours again, venomous, found in our campus. As you can see here on the top of the, back, you get a hexagonal shaped structure, very specific. And these markings, white markings, are not there on the head region. That is one of the key identification feature. But whenever I handle a snake, whether it is venomous or non-venomous, I should be extremely cautious. Otherwise, as a microbiologist, I do know the snakes carry microorganisms in them. Mouth will be filled with microorganisms. We have not studied yet the mouth microflora. And when they bite, though venom is not there, non-venomous snake, from the mouth, you may get injected with the microorganisms. So it has to be extremely careful while handling such snakes. But just for out of curiosity, I have put this, found in Africa, the black mamba. When it opens the mouth portion is black. One of the fastest moving venomous snakes, 23 kilometers per hour. And most of the snake handlers fear to handle this snake because of its ability to be so fast, quick. Some people do, either for the social media or for their own craze, they do such deadly positions for photograph. But for identifying directly, a lot of experience is required. Or from the zoological point of view, we need to count the number of markings on the head, on the around the eye and the nostril. These are all labeled from the zoological point of view. But when you are handling, all that doesn't work. Only ketta dhairya will work. So this is only to show that how zoology people identify a snake. But most of them work with the cobra kept in a formaldehyde, and hence they will be able to study this, or dead specimens they work with. So snakes can smell with their nostrils, but mainly they use their bifid tongue. The tongue is split. So when it pushes the tongue out, the more surface area is coming in contact with the air. The chemicals coming from the prey or others will be touching the tongue, and the tongue is taken frequently. The tongue is pushed out and taken in. So when it takes in the tongue, there is a organ called Jacobson organ on the roof of the mouth, which process the signal, chemical signals touching on the tongue is processed by Jacobson organ, and the communication goes to mind, as like what we eat. When we eat a mensinkai or sakre, the tongue realizes and it sends the message whether it is good or not. Like that, from the air, chemicals are picked up by the snakes. But pit vipers, they have extraordinary openings near the nostril. They can sense the temperature. For example, if rat is there, the rat body temperature and the background air temperature, they can differentiate and decide where the prey is. They can detect as low as 0.003. None of our thermometers are digitally so good. They can. They don't have external ear. They don't listen to you. So pungi odeyadella sumne pungi aste. Pungi nada annode pungi. So they simply show the movement of the pungi. So the cobra will be able to see the movement. And they are sensitive to vibrations through ground. As far as food is concerned, all snakes are predators. They don't drink milk unless there is nothing to drink. Water they do drink. Striped keelback water snakes eat frogs and fish. Skull-scaled viper can swallow scorpions. Kukri snakes eats eggs. Cobra rat snakes relish on rodents. Bronzebacks relish on birds, lizards, frogs. Tiny worm snakes eat insects. And python can kill kangaroo also. So this is one of such snake, cobra, was there in a house, and they called me. And when I brought the cobra back before releasing, I just took it out from my bag and was surprised to see it started vomiting. It vomited 4 frogs. That means it had eaten in the morning 4 frogs. I was feeling sorry for making it to vomit, because when I handled the snake, it got agitated and it regurgitated all the 4 frogs eaten. I was feeling sorry for the snake, but I was feeling happy for the snake because it can find its own food. And the next moment when I release, so that otherwise the people in that house would have killed the snake. So I provided the opportunity for the snake to leave, except for this meal. How do they eat? This is a wonderful video. As you can see, the snake is trying to eat the egg. The egg is so big compared to the mouth. One of the fascinating aspects about the snake, snakes do have teeth, but they don't uh, mulch. They just swallow. They just swallow the things. The in total, whether it is a fish, frog, or a rat, they swallow. As you can see here, the mouth part can get expanded. The skin is getting expanded so much, it is becoming transparent. And as you can see here, it is looking like an onion peel. So the spots on the snake you can easily see. So much expansion is possible. That's why they can swallow much bigger animals than their mouth. But look at this snake. It has swallowed the egg. So much difficulty is there in making the process. And it is slowly pushing the egg into the throat portion. And now the real magic comes. It is positioning itself so much. You can hear some noise. So it is positioning such a way to swallow the egg. And start vomiting the egg shell. You all know egg contain yolk. Yolk is the nutritious part of the egg, and the whole egg, if the egg is broken, the earlier the yolk will go off. So the snake is so intelligent, it took the snake to the throat position, pressed it hard so that the yolk comes out and it is getting swallowed. The shell is thrown out. We have to make our students understand this, saying that yolk is nutritious, shell is not required. But you see, the nature has given the ability for these snakes to understand their prey. So some snakes can feed on birds. The water snake is feeding on the fish. Here the python is holding a kangaroo. Different steps of following. I mean, it is a constrictor, as I mentioned earlier. It binds to the prey, not allowing it to and suffocate to death and swallow directly. They can eat the deer as well. And in a zoo, it had happened in a zoo, they had eaten the zookeeper. Then the other interesting part about the snake is the skin. The skin, there are 3 layers. The outer is the thinnest layer, peels off regularly. That is called molting. How pore bidodu ant karitivala adu. But the other snake will be there every now and then, depending on the species and the where it lives. The skin layer gets removed, and a new skin is getting formed. Even in our case, the skin cells, dead cells will go off. But in snakes, it takes a peculiar way. The whole part, including the eyes, will be shredded off, as you can see here. As far as coming to mating part, male has got paired sex organs called hemipenis. There is a method, scientific method of looking at a snake, whether it is male or female. Generally, when you plus the anal portion, genital portion, the double-headed penis appears in case of male and no such in case of female. Copulation can go up to few hours with jerks, butts, and even bite. Gestation period is around 30 to 50 days. Some snakes lay eggs and some snakes lay directly the babies. So that is an interesting part. Some have adopted for egg laying, some adopted for, but the one which you see as the cobra dance or snake dance, this is not mating. This is a generally territorial fight between the two males to get the mating right of the female. The female would have sent the pheromones, and using the pheromone trace, the males try to come and they would like to dominate the other males and then get the mating right. So these are all not exactly the mating, but here is the mating. As you can see here, the hemipenis has pierced through the female cloaca here. So this is the male sex organ, hemipenis, a double-headed one. So most snakes lay eggs like cobra, rat snake. Some deliver babies, vipers. The interesting part, when you compare to the birds, there is no parental care in snakes. They hatch the egg, they stay there for some time, and the mother will move away. The baby snakes have to find their own food, get themselves protected from the predators. That's the most difficult part for a baby snake. So eggs here, the eggs being hatched, the cobra, as soon as it hatches, it knows it has got a venom. It knows how to use it. That's the instinct part. That is the genetic part. The venom is already formed. There is a venom gland. The venom is already formed. So just because it is a Mari Nagarao, that doesn't mean that it will not have venom. It will have venom. So some deliver the babies directly, as in this case, viper. So what would be the lifespan? There is no correct scientific document in the wild. This has been in captivity. They have recorded Indian python 34 years, Indian cobra 21 years, common sand boa 13 years, crate 11 years, rat snake 10 years, like this. In nature, it may be more because it will be natural habitat, or it may be less because of the predators. So this is in captivity recorded age or lifespan of the snakes. And interestingly, there are small creatures which rely on the blood of the snake, though we say cold-blooded. You see here, these are the ticks. This is the picture taken by me when I handled a snake. It was there in the cobra. As you can see here in the top right, the ticks are enjoying the snake's blood. So the other important component of the snake is the venom. The teeth is there only to hold the prey. The fang is there to inject the venom. Venom has got wonderful work. It will digest internally because there is no chewing of the prey. When the rat is eaten, the venom from inside starts digesting the prey, and outside digestive juices present in the stomach will be useful. So the venom fang is a modified syringe-like structure which is facilitate the animal to get injected. So as you can see here, this is a viper, Russell's viper. The fang is seen, which is covered with a membrane. This is me holding the snake, showing the fang. One of the fang, the other fang is covered with a membrane. And interestingly, the fang, if it is broken, it will come again. The teeth keeps coming because it is major requirement for the taking the food. So the venom comes like this, the straw colored, cream colored one, and spitting cobras, they can inject the venom. So venom is mainly used to make the prey sedated and then internally digested. But venom, if it is bitten, the poisonous snake, if it is bitten, one of the important symptoms what you get is the swelling of the region. It is called edema. Edema. Though the marks one can make out. In case of non-venomous bite, the many teeth will be there. But in case of venomous bite, the two fangs will be there. But for a patient, it is difficult. One in Mysore, when I was in Mansagambutri campus, while handling a snake, I got accidentally bitten. It was a cobra, 4 feet cobra. But I did not become panic. I put a tranquil, went on my moped to hospital, reached the hospital, explained the doctor, and then took antivenom after 1.5 hours. Until that time, I was of the opinion that the venom would not have been there. But uh, because we do consider dry bite, most of the snake bites will not have directly releasing the venom. But in my case, it was an accidental bite. Venom was there. My vision started getting blurred, and I told doctor that my vision is getting blurred. The antivenom was not readily available, and my teacher, Sadananda sir, who came as God for me at that time, because of him I got saved. He brought the antivenom, and right in time I took the antivenom, and I got survived. That was the 12th cobra which I have handled. But later, one of my senior friend Surya, who was handling the snakes, came to me and told, "I do appreciate your boldness. Accidents do happen. If you go in a scooter, accidents happen. And will you stop riding the scooter? No. So you have a specific courage to handle the snakes. Please continue." So I started, continued my snake rescuing operations of late, and 590 cobras I have handled out of 797. So when the venom is there, in case of Russell's viper, myotoxic effect can get in, gangrene get in, because the tissue gets macerated because it was required for digestion. The venom acts. Phospholipases, key enzymes are there. They affect the membrane, edema, gangrene, everything sets in. So in case of Russell's viper, this one effect, or in case of crate and cobra, neurotoxic, the central nervous system stop functioning. There is no signal for the heart. There is no signal for the lungs. So every organ stops working, and then the death is there. Then people generally ask how long you will survive. That depends on the amount of the venom. Recently, up to recent time, there was no method of knowing how much venom would have gone in a snake bitten patient. To know, there was no technique available. Now, but Biotech Bangalore, they have come out with a method of quantifying the venom present inside. Otherwise, only method is keep on giving antivenom until the symptoms gets recovered. So snake bite, central dizziness, fainting, vision getting blurred, all may not happen. It depends on the individual and his mental makeup. In my case, my vision was getting blurred, and I had vomiting sensation, vomited also, and my hand was swollen. So first aid for snake bite, it is important to keep the patient calm and not to move the bitten portion much, because you will be increasing the blood pressure. The venom will reach the central nervous system. In other countries, there are venom extraction kits like this, which are not available here. We on the bitten portion you have to keep and suck. But in our traditional medicine, ಕೋಳಿ ಗುದದ್ವಾರನ ಕಚ್ಚಿರೋ ಜಾಗಕ್ಕೆ ಇಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಸಕ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರು. So probably that was the idea, but the venom which has gone into the blood is difficult to remove. So first thing, keep calm, keep the whole body as long as still as possible. Apply long stretch of bandage. Not in case of Russell's viper, rush to the hospital. Only available treatment is antivenom. So antivenom, as you can see in snake park, this is the method of getting the venom first. And in India, the antivenom is against all the four: cobra, Russell's viper, crate, and saw-scaled viper. The small sublethal amount of venom is injected into horse, and the horse will produce the antibody. it is sublethal dose. It is like a vaccine for the horse, and from the blood antibodies are collected, and these antibody, when it is given to the patient, the antibodies neutralize the toxin, bringing down the effect. So in India, the one antibody available from Serum Institute is produced through horse. Now there are methods. The proposed current research is to design the venom molecules and then use it, synthetically develop the neutralizing molecules and then use it as anti-venom. But I was starting to see already available approved drugs obtained from snake venom, life-saving medicines for hypertension, heart attack, chronic pain, and cancer. The venom is available, but venom is not available in plenty of quantity because the most of the species are endangered. The number is less, but they have studied the venom component. For example, Professor T. Veerabasappa Gowda from University of Mysore has made a commendable job. 20 of his students have worked on different venom molecules, and now people have studied these venom components and synthesized it to provide, for example, one drug called captopril, which is used against blood pressure, hypertension, which is obtained earlier from Brazilian pit viper. Then from saw-scaled viper, tyrofabin. This is another drug available directly, not from the venom. After having studied the venom molecule, they are synthesized synthetic version of disintegrin for anti-platelet agent, like that batrozobin. These are available, approved by FDA, Food and Drug Administration, already available in the market.
Sorry for the
There are
inconvenience.
people.
How much time you may take, sir, further?
Another 3-4 minutes.
Yeah, please, sir.
Yeah, there are people like this Romulus Whittaker, who is an American staying in India because of his passion towards snakes, and he was given Padma Bhushan Award also. He has written an excellent book on snakes of India. So the other, Stephen Irwin, Australian zookeeper, an excellent snake rescuer. Austin Stevens, the Mark O'Shea, and the famous Simon Keys and couple. And this is the book written by Romulus Whittaker. Most of the information I have obtained from this, and it is a common field guide. They have given excellently whether it is venomous, non-venomous, where it is found in India, the distribution map, everything. In Karnataka, Snake Sham, the famous person in Mysore, the Dr. Gauri Shankar from Agumbe, King Cobra specialist. Then Gururaj Sanil from Udupi district. He has written wonderful book in Kannada about the snakes found in Karnataka. And this book has become, the other related book has become a textbook for Mangalore University too. And having noted them, I also thought I should take a picture showing the cobra. This is in our department. This is non-venomous, a rat snake. You can see the size of the snake. This is almost 4 feet. This was in Indian Institute of Science, having a checkered keelback, non-venomous one. Saying bye to the cobra. And part of this program, as well as my ventures, is to educate people. The boy in the center is my son, holding a non-venomous snake. So others are educated to know why they are important, why they should not be killed, and fear should not be there. As you can see here, even the non-venomous snake, the students are showing different versions of their expression. So as a part of the education, Aditya, my friend from Bellary, he had a python permitted by forest department for saving it, and it was brought into a college for a class like this. And he brought that python to my home. My wife and son are experiencing the skin touch. So the ultimate message here, please do not kill snakes. They have not come to our place. We have occupied their place. Now, for example, Narayan Swami has made the place which was heaven for earlier for many, and now all custom officers are going there. Please do not buy snake skin products. By doing that, you will be discouraging snake skin trade. Help snake rescuers to educate people. Extend cooperation for snake conservation. One important message: be part of the nature. Then you will be able to appreciate every creature is important in the ecosystem, whether it is an ant or a snake or a bird or human beings. We are all part of the nature. We only Earth has got the globe. I mean, considered as biosphere. There are no other place in the universe to live in. So it is important for all of us to protect what we have. Thank you very much for the opportunity given.
It was a wonderful talk, sir. Our president is free now. I think Narayan Swamiji can speak some sweet words about this great talk. It was really a scintillating talk.
Good evening to all of you. Firstly, my apologies. I could not be there in the beginning because there was some commitment. I had to leave and rush to the airport. Even now, we are on the way back. I would like to welcome now and thank Dr. Shishupal, my classmate. In fact, there are other classmates, and also in this session, our professor, Professor Shankar Bhatt sir, is also there. Shankar Bhatt sir has done wonderful work in how to save the trees in the cities and urban trees and all that. Probably, Mr. Kodandram, you have to request her to give a session on that particular topic, but that's also a very important socially, environmentally, and all that. Then coming back to Dr. Shishupal, me and my wife, Shishupal, we are all MSc classmates. In fact, she is also there to listen to him. In fact, I wanted him to come and do the photography of birds in Palasamudram. Then that did not work out. He is one of our classmates who has developed interest in varied field, and he has become a very popular figure in bird watching, nature, snakes. Apart from his botany and other things, he looks more like a zoologist than the botanist. And thank you, Shizu. It is a very wonderful session,
Thanks
very
for the opportunity.
sensitizing. And you have done a extensive research on this, and we are very happy to, we are lucky to have your knowledge in a very brief 1 hour session. Otherwise, it is a lifelong study for you, and it's also very inspiring that you are a snake bite survivor. I mean, we can have any amount of knowledge from somebody from the book, but what we hear from you, and you give the strength and the courage for people who are bitten by a snake. It's your own example, and it has given a recollection of 35-40-year-old memories. And thank you, Shishu.
Thank you.
Sorry,
Thank you.
Shishupal, not
No, no
Shishupal.
problem.
Okay, all my colleagues are joining me in thank you. And sir, Professor Shankar Bhatt sir, you may have to help us one day. You have to come on this session, this forum, and talk to us about your work, sir. Thank you, Kodandram and Bharathraj, for conducting this
Thank you for the
session
opportunity.
very well.
Yeah.
Thank you, Shishu. It was a wonderful session.
Thank
And
you.
it will be there on YouTube, and many of our people will listen to it, if not today, subsequently also.
Right, right.
So you have joined us in bringing awareness about the nature and the environment. This is a giant effort. This forum and Samprabha does a lot of activities, including culture, sports, environment, and all those things.
Yeah, I really
Thank you for
appreciate
joining.
the effort.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Thank you,
Bharathraj,
Swami, for
final
the
vote of
opportunity.
words in a minute.
Okay.
So thank you, Shishupal sir. It was a very wonderful session, and you have taken us to Nagaloka through science. So we were in Nagaloka through mythology, but you have taken us to Nagaloka through science, sir. Very wonderful session. So we forgot the time also, sir. Oh, well, actually, we have taken more time, but for the first time, we didn't look at the watch, sir, while listening to your speech. Very wonderful photographs and informative videos, and your explanation. Everything was wonderful, sir.
Thank
For
you very much. Thank you.
after a long time, we had a relishable session, sir. Very, very useful and entertaining session, sir, and
you.
informative, educative. So thank you very much, sir. On behalf of
One-
Bharathraj, sir.
Sorry,
And-
sorry.
Bharathraj, sir,
One of my
sorry
article.
to interrupt. Sorry to interrupt. So today it went like Steven Spielberg movie, sir. So it was not a talk. It was something like a movie. It was very nice. Very nice, sir. Very nice. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. I have sent one article to Kodandram sir, which may get circulated. In fact, I had written that article in a newspaper, local newspaper, but the day I wrote that article, after it got published on a Nagara Panchami day,
Oh,
I received 160 calls, 15 emails, and 65 messages, starting from a watchman of a
wonderful.
to the teachers. So you will, I hope you will enjoy the article. Please read.
Definitely, sir.
We will circulate, sir, on behalf of.
Yeah, I have already sent you by WhatsApp.
Yeah, I am having it, sir, already. I have read it for your
Okay.
information. We are going to circulate. So on behalf of Samprabha, we all thank you wholeheartedly. Even our listeners, kindly cooperate coming regularly to these meets so that we will look into the present day developments in the society and try to enrich our knowledge. Thank you. Good night.
Please,
Thank you very
Kodandram,
much.
mention about February 28th Cultural
I
Carnival.
have played the music 2 times, sir. On
Okay,
28th,
then it's
that I
fine.
have done it, sir. 2-3 times I have
Thank you.
played.
Sir.
They are
Well
having-
done.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Very
Okay.
kind
Good
of you.
night to all.
On 28th, please join us for our festival in Nasin, Bengaluru. More details we are going to send you by emails, WhatsApp messages. Please join us.
And it's open for public. Even other
Yes.
guests, if they can join, we are very happy. Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Shishupal.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Yeah, thanks for the opportunity.
We salute you. Okay.
Yes, sir.
It's my
Definitely,
pleasure.
sir.
It's
Great
my
work.
pleasure.
Great work. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Bye.